Don't sit down and wait for opportunities to come. You have to make them. One of the famous quotes from today's tribute speech subject, Madam C.J. Walker. This quote has been one that has been a life-changing quote for me because many times I've had to make an opportunity for myself. As an African American woman, an entrepreneur, it's hard out here sometimes. But Madam C.J. Walker is proof that you can make your own lane and ride in it, because she did just that. Madam C.J. Walker was a hair care pioneer, self-made millionaire, a philanthropist, and an activist. In tribute to this phenomenal woman, I would like to share some of her life story, her obstacles that she has faced and overcome, as well as her major accomplishments and contributions to society as we know it. Madam C.J. Walker was born free to ex-slaves on a Louisiana cotton plantation. From her humble beginnings, Madam C.J. Walker, who was born Sarah Breedlove, she changed her name to Madam C.J. Walker as she became more successful and more famous, which I think is really cool, was born with greatness inside of her. Orphaned by the age of 7, both her parents had passed away. She had to struggle to survive, which birthed a fight in her to make the absolute best of any situation. By the age of 14, she had been married once, and that husband also widowed her, so then she married again to her husband with the last name Walker, to which they had one daughter, and she adapted his last name for her new persona as Madam C.J. Walker. Walker was said to have been the inventor of the hot comb. She later founded the Walker System, a system to help heal and dress the hair of the African American woman. Acutely aware of the debate about whether black women should alter their appearance of their natural hair, she insisted years later that her Walker System was not intended as a hair straightener, but rather as a grooming method to heal the condition in scalp, to promote hair growth and prevent baldness. That's a quote from an article written by A.A. Bundles in 2006. I am a woman who came from the cotton fields of the South. I was promoted from there to the wash tub. Then I was promoted to the cook in the kitchen, and from there I promoted myself into the business of manufacturing hair goods and hair preparations. That's a quote from Madam C.J. Walker herself. She made a way for herself to be great, and it didn't matter in which capacity she did it. She made sure that she was great at whatever she did. A change agent in her time, she was not only a hair care giant, but she was also a philanthropist. She donated large sums of money to the NAACP, the Colored YMCA, and many of the African American institutions in that time. She founded and funded a school for girls in Africa as well. She was an inspiration to all women, especially women of color, to excel to heights unknown and to never give up. I know she definitely was, and she is an inspiration to me as a woman who works in the beauty industry. I don't do hair, but I am a makeup artist, and so I also own a jewelry making company. And so it's important that we get out here and we make the best of it. You know, we make our own lane and we ride in it. And she definitely did that. Her journey to starting this hair care dynasty was after losing her first husband. Her hair began to fall out, which turned out to be a blessing in disguise. She started this Walker System as a way, a way to help heal the scalp. And she said after prayer, that God had given her the ingredients to use for this amazing product. A direct quote from her, she said, "One night I had a dream, and in that dream, a big black man appeared to me and told me what to mix up for my hair. Some of the remedy was grown in Africa, but I sent for it, mixed it, and put it in my scalp. In a few weeks, my hair was coming in faster than it had ever fallen out. I tried it on my friends. It helped them. I made up my mind to begin to sell it." That's an amazing, amazing thing, right? Some of the products that came from the Walker System include the Wonderful Hair Grower, Glossine Hair Oil, Temple Grower, and Tedder Salve. She also developed a metal hot comb to assist women in straightening their hair as straight as was more acceptable to society, which is still a thing now. Unfortunately, there have been laws and things put into place for us to be able to wear our hair how we want to wear it. And in that time, it definitely was more acceptable to wear your hair in a straighter style instead of the kinky texture that most of our hair naturally has as African American women. Madam C.J. Walker was an inspiration then, and she's an inspiration now. Her accomplishments and activism changed the world. She was a leading salesperson. She showed ladies how to sell, encouraged them to go to school, worked on different legislations in that day, donated monetarily to many organizations. I mean, she was just a boss of her time. She was amazing. And, I am just glad that she did what she did so that I can do what I do. There's so much that I was unable to share in this speech in order to keep up with the time about the life, accomplishments, and legacies of this great woman. Madam C.J. Walker was a game changer and would stop at nothing that got in her way in order to not only improve the hair care game and thusly the lives of African American women, but in the process, building an empire that she was able to pass down to her daughter. She offered employment to hundreds of women and men of color during a time when employment was not easy to come by. She was a phenomenal woman. Madam C.J. Walker is one of my biggest inspirations. This was such a joy to put together because she's a phenomenal lady. Thanks.